I decided to make a series of videos about my life as a missionary when I was in my younger days. When I was 19, I went on a mission to the United Kingdom, specifically within northwest England and northern Wales. Life as a missionary is not a bed of roses. You have a routine life and each day is already planned for you. When I went on my mission, I went for a period of 2 years where I did service and preaching the gospel every day. Interestingly enough, the first place I was assigned to was in Utah in the USA, but due to some complications at the time, I was reassigned to what was known, or still probably is known as, the England Manchester Mission. Now, the church I represented is called the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. People probably better know them as the Mormons. Although in certain periods of time, saying you're a Mormon or talking about Mormonism was not something frowned upon. From what I hear, the latest doctrinal output is that you shouldn't use the word Mormon, but in this video I will. When my parents joined the church, I was around 7. Of course, too young to understand all that was going on, but I followed their lead. And in my country, they were some of the first to be baptized. Now, you have to understand Mormonism. From a young child, you are trained and indoctrinated to think a certain way, plan your life a certain way. And of course, one of the things young men are told is that when they reach of age, they need to go on a mission. So going on a mission for me in my younger days of life, pre-teens, was as simple as thinking, oh, I want to go to college, or I know I have to get a job. You just knew you had to go on a mission. In church, in the primary, in the Sunday school, everywhere you are taught that, you know what, when you become of age, you will serve a full-time mission. There are songs about serving a mission. There are themes that are surrounded about serving a mission. Basically, it's a Mormon social expectation that you must serve a mission. I mean, how can you not serve a mission? And from the time that you are young, you're told that this is what you must do. And so when you reach of age, you just know that this is what you're going to do. I can't think of any young person nowadays thinking one day, you know what, I'm going to leave my family, my friends, whatever, and just go to a foreign country and start speaking about scriptures. Now, you might think this is something sponsored where the church gets together and sends you off, but no. Part of what's drummed into you is that you need to save your money and pay for your own way to go on a mission. Now, the preparation to go on a mission, besides being told that that's what you need to do from a young age and saving your own money to do it, also involves many other things. Interviews, medicals, dentals that need to be done and approved before you can go anywhere. What I experienced in the preparation may be a bit different from now. I'm not sure what the requirements are. For instance, I had to be 19. I believe you can start going at 18. Now, in the forms that you fill in, you may just, or at least in the form that I fill, you can suggest where you would like to go, but there's no guarantee that you will end up there. Where you are sent in the world is told to you in the form of a letter that you receive maybe a month after you send in your application. Open it, and you're told you're going to so-and-so country. And you just prepare and go there. Sometimes you may end up going to a country that's not the language of your native tongue, so you end up having to also learn a new language. You could be sent to China or Russia or Bulgaria or France or one of the South American countries. You can be sent basically anywhere that the church has missionaries proselyte. Now, from the time period that you receive the letter telling you where to go and your actual departure date is usually a few weeks. During that time, you basically say goodbye, get yourself together, and so forth. Because once you are gone for the 2 years, at least this is how it was back in my day, you weren't allowed to have contact with your family or friends except through writing a letter. I understand now that it's a bit different. You can email or talk on the phone and so forth. But in my day, you couldn't do none of that. So for the next 2 years, I would have had to understand that I would have no contact with anybody except through letters. Now, you don't go straight to your mission from your country. You go to a place called an MTC. or missionary training center. There are certain MTCs available throughout the world, and they usually try to send you to one that's closest to your mission. Most people will know about the Provo MTC, but the MTC I went to was in London, and it was small, but I enjoyed it a lot, mostly because I met with other missionaries going on their missions from across Europe. I was the only Westerner there. At the MTC, you are introduced to mission life, what it's like to be a missionary. You're given an itinerary or told what to do, how to conduct yourself, and so forth. Of course, you're introduced to what is called a companion. Now, a companion is somebody of the same gender who will basically be your buddy, your pal, hopefully your friend, who will also serve in the same mission as you and preach the gospel along with you. So when you go out there to serve a mission, you are not going by yourself. You go with somebody that acts as your companion, I guess, to watch your back. Now, my companion was a guy from Norway. He came from a large family of 17. He was very tall and slender, and I'm a short guy, so it was kind of an odd match. But we hit it off pretty well, and we enjoyed our time in the MTC, learning about how to speak to people, how to knock on doors, how to introduce them to the scriptures, and various other things. Now, before I went on my mission, I had a lot of experience going out with missionaries right in my own country. We had this new program called Branch Missionaries, and when I was 16, I virtually served a full-time mission. And every day I would be out with the missionaries, going up and down in tracks and places I didn't know existed in my country, and we would be talking about the gospel. So by the time I went on a mission, I already had a lot of ideas about what I was expected to do. So the transition was pretty easy for me. It wasn't for other people. Some people got cold feet, some people were nervous, but for the most part, everybody that was in the MTC I was in went to their various missions. One of the interesting things you learn in the MTC is how to say things that you don't normally say or may not say, depending on your background and where you came from and how you were raised. I was taught a lot about love and how to show appreciation for my companion. It's not something that in my culture is done a lot, but learning how to do it and to share it was a very eye-opening or enlightening experience. Your stay in the MTC could be from 2 to 3 weeks, and after the period there, you are then sent to your mission. From your mission, you are integrated into full-time missionary work. Usually you get somebody called a trainer, which is a missionary that is more seasoned, and they help you to integrate into missionary life. The actual missionary life is something that I will share with you in another video. Make sure to subscribe to my channel so you can learn more and see when I have something new.